Defensive end is a defensive position in the sport of American and Canadian football. This position has designated the players at each end of the defensive line, but changes in formations have substantially changed how the position is played over the years. History. Early formations, with 6- and 7-man lines, used the end as a containment player, whose job was first to prevent an end runs around his position, then secondarily to force plays inside. When most teams adopted a 5-man line, two different styles of end play developed. Some teams would use both styles of end play, depending on game situations. Traditionally, defensive ends are in a three-point stance, with their free hand cocked back ready to punch the offensive lineman, or in a two-point stance, like a linebacker, so they can keep containment. Some defensive ends play the position due to their size. They close down the gap so the running back has no hole to run through. Other ends play the position due to their speed and agility. They are used to rush the quarterback. These ends can time the snap of the ball in order to get a jump on the rush and stop the play. Most of the time, it is the job of the defensive end to keep outside or contain, which means that no one should get to their outside. They must keep everything to the inside. The defensive ends are fast for players of their size, often the fastest and smallest players on the defensive line. They must be able to shed blockers to get to the ball. Defensive ends are also often used to cover the outside area of the line of scrimmage, to tackle ball carriers running to the far right or left side, and to defend against screen passes. Since the creation of zone blitz defenses in the late 1990s, defensive ends have sometimes been used in pass coverages, dropping back to cover routes run close to the line of scrimmage. In the 3-4 defense, defensive ends are used primarily as run stoppers and are much larger. They are usually 285 to 315 pounds. Often, the position is played by a more agile or slightly undersized defensive tackle. Because of the increased popularity of the 3-4 defense, the value of a defensive tackle prospect that can possibly be used in this manner has increased. They are used to distract the offensive linemen on pass rushing plays to let the outside linebackers get a sack. They are usually 6 feet 3 inches to 6 feet 8 inches. They block screen passes and are put outside of the offensive tackles to get a sack. Some say you might as well convert a nose tackle into a 3-4 end.